Have you ever woken up on a perfectly ordinary morning? Everything seems grand, but there's this strange heaviness in your chest, that little note that whispers, something's going to go wrong today. Maybe you're on the commute into the city, or you're just putting the kettle on and packing the kids' lunches, and suddenly this wave hits you. It's not a full-blown panic. It's not fear of anything specific. It's just this unshakable sense that something is off. And the most frustrating part, you've checked your phone 3 times. You've gone through your mental to-do list. You've confirmed the door is locked, the hob is off, and that important email was sent. Yet the feeling lingers. I know you know that feeling, and today we're going to figure out together where it actually comes from and why it might be trying to tell you something much more important than you think. But before we dive in, if you're the kind of person who's always curious about the mysteries of the human mind, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Every week, we have honest chats about what's really going on inside our heads. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming up next. So, let's get straight to it. This feeling actually has a name. Psychologists call it anticipatory anxiety. But it's not just a fancy term, it's a very real mechanism in your brain. You know that ancient part of our brain called the amygdala? Think of her as a fiercely overprotective bodyguard who never takes a day off. She's the one who kept our ancestors alive when a rustle in the bushes meant a predator was lurking. The problem? It's 20th, not the Stone Age. But your amygdala didn't get the memo. So she keeps working, scanning every detail of your environment, looking for threats. And quite often she sets off a few false alarms. Here's the fascinating bit, that impending doom feeling usually doesn't come from nowhere. Your brain has picked up on something. It might be subtle, a shift in a routine, a tiny inconsistency that your conscious mind didn't register, but your subconscious soaked up like a sponge. Maybe it was a slight change in someone's tone of voice. Maybe it's a series of tiny events that mean nothing on their own, but together they form a pattern. Your brain is a brilliant detective working behind the scenes 24/7. And for us women, there's another layer to the story. Research shows that women often have a more fine-tuned ability to pick up on subtle emotional shifts in others. It's a skill that evolved over thousands of years, essential for reading a baby who can't tell you what's wrong. This means you might be absorbing emotional static from the room that others simply don't notice. And your body translates that static into, well, that feeling in your gut. Now, here's the tricky part. How do you know if it's genuine intuition or just anxiety playing tricks on you? Because let's be fair, half the time this feeling shows up, absolutely nothing happens. You spend the whole day on high alert, waiting for the sky to fall, and the sun just sets normally. You're left sitting there with a cup of tea thinking, why did I put myself through that? It's exhausting, isn't it? There is a crucial difference. True intuition is usually specific. It points somewhere. It might be vague, but there's a direction. Something's up with Sarah. I shouldn't do that Zoom call today, or I need to double check that flight booking. Generalized anxiety, on the other hand, is diffuse. It's a floating sense of dread that doesn't attach itself to anything. It's just something going wrong, with no clue what the something is. Also, anxiety usually brings the loud physical symptoms: racing heart, tight shoulders, shallow breathing. Intuition tends to be quieter, a subtle sense of knowing, a quiet certainty. But here's what I really want you to hear. Even when it's just anxiety, your brain is trying to protect you. It's not sabotaging you. It's being overcautious because it cares about you. We have a lovely saying here in Ireland: is fear an slainte na natainte. Health is better than wealth. Often our minds are just trying to look after our well-being, even if they go a bit overboard sometimes. So, the next time that feeling arrives, and we know it will, what do? First, pause. I know it sounds simple, but how often do we just push the feeling down and keep racing through our day? Stop for 2 minutes. Sit down, breathe, and ask yourself, what is my body trying to tell me? Sometimes the answer is clear. I forgot to call my mom back. I need to have a difficult conversation with my boss. If there's an answer, you can act on it. Other times, there's no answer. And that's okay. That's when you check the facts. Ask yourself, objectively, is there anything wrong right now? Or is this a worry about the future? If it's about the future, is there anything practical you can do this second? If yes, do it. If no, you're likely dealing with anxiety, not actionable intuition. And here's a tip that has changed things for so many women. Keep a glow and gut diary. When that feeling hits, jot it down. The date, what you were doing, and what the feeling was. Then, a week later, look back. Did anything actually happen? Over time, you'll start to see your own patterns. You'll learn to tell the difference between a real gut feeling and your internal alarm system being a bit too jumpy. You'll start to trust the unique language your own body uses. So, where does that feeling come from? It comes from thousands of years of evolution. It comes from your extraordinary ability to perceive the world in ways you don't always realize. It comes from your brain loving you so much that it would rather warn you 100 times for no reason than leave you vulnerable even once. Sometimes it's a genuine heads up. Other times it's just anxiety being a helicopter parent. But it always deserves to be listened to with compassion, not frustration. You aren't mad for feeling these things. You are perceptive. You are human. You are someone whose mind and body speak a very ancient, powerful language. The more you listen with curiosity instead of fear, the more you'll trust yourself, both to act when there's a real reason and to settle yourself down when it's just a false alarm. Next time it happens, remember, you're not alone and you're not imagining it. You're just being human in all our beautiful, complicated glory. What you feel isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. Thanks for joining me today. If this resonated with you, give the video a like and share it with a friend who might need to hear this today. Until next time, be good to yourself.